This is Lamebot, and you're watching Hog Blog. My name is Lamebot, and I'm from Miami, and I make bass music. Lamebot actually started as a two-man project, so the name actually came about when me and my former partner were throwing around combinations of words to think of a cool name. Music influences are a lot. They range from, I'd say, like Mochi Pet up through just different types of artists, from drum and bass through mid-tempo and down-tempo. Miami has definitely influenced me with like the big 808s and like the low bass sounds and those types of tempos. It was actually progression. When I started off in music, period, I actually was part of a metal band in high school. And then when the band was no more, I actually went into an 8-year phase of being like a traveling, performing hip-hop artist. And once I got tired of that, just started trying to push my production to the next level and went into electronica and just landed in bass music, and I love it here. I try and stay away from a lot of presets. I like to, if I do use a soft synth, I like to start with initial patch. And the sounds that I do like to use, I have an Ovation Ultra Nova that I use pretty much in every track. And that's like my workhorse, and I have a Moog bass synth that I use a lot. So a lot of those big heavy sounds. Every song is different. I guess I generally start with a little bit of melody. I'll put in like a very simple, just like kick, snare, drum pattern, and I'll work from there and just start building the track. Or sometimes I'll lay down some chords and then build around it. My favorite part of the track is usually about an hour to 3 hours from when I start, because that's when I'll see like 80% of the arrangement. And then I really get a feel for where the track's going. I usually save there and start the next day. At first it was kind of hard, because honestly, like, we didn't really know what we were doing as Lamebot. It was just purely an experiment. But I think that mindset has helped a lot. Definitely try to keep that spirit alive, and it being genreless. Like, when I start a song, I don't start and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this big dubstep track. Like, I just do it. I treat sounds like marble, and I'm just looking for what's underneath. Simplicity. I've tried to limit the amount of gear I take with me. So it's a lot of prep work beforehand, where like I'm prepping like TouchOSC templates or Ableton templates, but by the time I actually hit the stage, I know everything works, and I know exactly where everything is, so I don't have to worry about any technical issues, and I'm free to play with the music. I love it, because I hope I'm going with it. I really like the amount of artists that there are now compared to just a few years ago. The amount of emerging talent is incredible. I love, going on different sites and finding new artists, or when someone else hands me a new artist to listen to. It's just, it's almost like a drug, and it's definitely exciting. It's an exciting time. Amazing. If it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't have met some really important people who have helped me out, and being able to share my music with people like instantly all over the world is definitely a blessing, and it's something that we should all take advantage of and treat it serious, because there's a ton of great music out there, and we definitely need to add some color and make sure everything we put out is choice. Well, I'm actually a graphic artist. I'm just finishing up my BA here at FIU. Aside from that, just a lot of sports and just making art in general. When I do have creative slumps, I'll usually turn my computer off and just step away from music altogether, and just try and put it out of my head and just not worry about how much time I'm not creating, because I know that once the creativity does come back, I'll be able to hit it hard. Normally, I'll try and finish the structure of a song within a few hours, and if it's just not working and I'm not feeling it after like 4 hours, I basically just put the track in a maybe folder and just forget about it until, maybe I can use something else from that track for something else, but I try not to dwell on it. Probably just being able to put out my album in October last year. That was pretty much a milestone for me. It was really awesome to see it in stores and have a UPC code and like ASCAP and all that stuff. It was pretty awesome. This is definitely the age where you can choose yourself. You don't necessarily need a label to do all of that stuff. It's all like within our grasp. Study your craft. It's I guess a little underrated. Just look at some producers that you like, listen to them, really pick apart the things that you like, that you don't like within their music. If you like a particular sound, try and figure out how it was made. I'm not saying to necessarily copy or emulate them, but just look at people that are where you want to be and find out what you need to do to get there. If you want to read more about me or see any more of my stuff or hear my music, visit www.lamebotsucks.com. If you click media and links, it'll have links to everything: Facebook, SoundCloud, Twitter, all that good stuff.